There are my clubs right there, so they're in the house, nice and balmy. My golf balls are nice and warm. In this video, we're going to be talking about golf balls and which ones are the right to choose when you play in winter. Let's go butts around. Hit the ball! Fight me, I'm over here! Boom! Hey guys, David Folk here, and on this channel we do golf club reviews, instructional videos, geek speak videos, and golf gear videos, just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, as we talk about winter time, there's been a lot of controversy and a lot of discussion about which balls are the best to play. The mainstream consensus is if you play a lower compression ball during the winter time, you're able to compress the ball a little more because balls get colder as you play them in winter time. So if you play like a Pro V1 or something like that that has a higher compression, you're not going to get the distance that you're going to be expecting. So if you play a lower compression ball, you're going to compress it a little better even in the cold so that it will continue to fly further. Now, the data behind this idea is true. For every 10 degrees of temperature drop, you're going to lose about 2 yards of distance. So the theory is if you can compress the ball still as it gets colder, you're still going to gain the club head speed. So you need a lower compression so you can continue to compress the ball to help it fly. That makes sense logically. However, there are a couple of things I want to talk about. Number one, it takes hours for a golf ball to get cold. If you guys keep your clubs in your trunk or in your garage where it gets cold during the wintertime, they're going to be the temperature of your trunk or garage. So they're going to start off cold. So whatever ball you use is going to start off at the temperature of that. If you keep your golf balls in your house and you keep your house at, let's say, 65, 70 degrees, your golf balls are going to be at that temperature. And then as you take them out, by the time you get out in the course and by the time you play, the golf ball is not going to significantly drop in temperature by the time you're done playing. It's not going to go from 65 down to 40 because it's not something that's going to be necessarily be exposed to the elements the entire time. It may be in your pocket, which is going to also keep it warmer because of your body temperature. It's going to be lost and you're going to have to get another one, which may be in your bag that's not as cold as outside. And so it's not going to be sitting outside the entire time. So it's not going to drop 30 degrees in 5 hours. Golf balls, if you keep them inside and then you take them to the course as you play them, you will experience some sort of drop, maybe 10 or 15 degrees from your golf ball. But that's assuming that A, it's really cold outside, B, you don't lose a ball, and C, you continue to leave your ball out in the open the entire time, nowhere near your pockets to keep it warm. So that's something to consider as you head out to the course. Where are your golf balls at? Where do they start with their temperature to determine whether or not you should play a softer compression ball, or you can go out and continue to play the Pro V1s if they're inside, keeping warm in your house. Keep my clubs right over here. You guys can actually take a look. There are my clubs right there, so they're in the house, nice and balmy. My golf balls are nice and warm still, so it's one of those that I don't have too much of a worry because by the time I get out, by the time I start playing, may see decrease in a couple of yards, but is that me? Is that the cold weather? Is that the fact that it's really cold and I can't swing as hard or swing as fast? To say that the golf ball is the problem and every 10 degrees you lose a couple of yards, true. But is that really going to hinder your game? Or is it because it's December 21st, you're outside playing with 3 different layers on and you're restricted in your movements? You kind of see the point here. I feel like people make so much hype about a golf ball and the temperature drop and how much yardage they're losing, and they don't take other factors into consideration with the game itself. As we talk about golf ball compression, there are a couple of things. If you guys are interested in learning about golf ball compression, the idea is you want to compress the ball more to help produce more ball speed to help you hit the ball further. Slower swing speeds struggle to compress a Pro V1 because they don't hit the ball as hard. Now, compression generally happens when you watch a high-speed video of a club swinging at 110 miles an hour. The golf ball really will only compress by about a third. So if I have a golf ball here, and it's the Snell golf ball, which is a great ball, by the way. Love the 3-piece. urethane cover, solid ball. As you hit this golf ball, it's only going to compress by about 1/3. It's not going to like flatten into a pancake and then spring off and then off it goes. If you're swinging much faster, like 110 miles an hour, a harder compression ball is going to allow you to maximize the compression there. Versus, let's say, what else do I have here? The Strixon Q-Star Tour. So this one is going to be optimized, so to speak, for a slower swing speed so that the compression can happen at a slower speed. The idea of the core is how much compression can you have? If you swing at 110 miles an hour, this may not be the best ball for you, which is the Strixon Q-Star Tour, because it might compress too much and you'll lose ball speed off of that versus the MTB Tour from Snell. When you're out playing winter golf and you're looking for a lower compression ball but don't want to sacrifice, so if you're playing the Snell ball and you don't want to sacrifice the feel of the Snell ball with the urethane cover and the 3-piece design, maybe the Q-Star Tour is a good option. Lower compression, still has that same 3-piece urethane cover. Feels great. I'm actually going to be doing a review of this soon so that you guys can take a look at it. But if you keep your golf balls in your bag, in your garage, or in your car, the Q-Star Tour may be a better option for you versus the Snell MTB ball. Now there is another ball I want to talk about with you guys, and that's going to be the Volvic Vivid, and you guys can see how bright this is. I find when I'm out in the course during the winter time, this is one of my favorite balls because it's so stinking hard to lose. I am dumbfounded at the number of people who can lose this ball in the rough. I found like 3 of these this year in the rough, and they just stand out. Like it's basically like a beacon that you can see in the rough, of like a spotlight that says, "Find me, I'm over here." I'm surprised at how many people have lost these kind of balls out there in the course this year. I actually like playing this ball, even though it's a super low compression ball, and they say it's only designed for 70 to 90 mile an hour club head speeds. But I like the matte finish of it, and I like how bright it is. This has a lower compression. This is something that I would definitely recommend as well, getting out there and playing, because it's so bright and so hard to lose when you're playing it. If you guys can handle looking at it down by the ball or being able to try it out, I would recommend playing this one maybe even over the Q-Star Tour. Or if you're gonna play the Q-Star Tour, I think they're coming out with a optic yellow or whatever they're going to be calling it. I like that versus the white one. But these guys are super bright. They're low compression, so they're going to be great in the wintertime as well if you guys are looking for that. If you keep your balls in the bag, which is in the garage or in your trunk, they are going to be that lower compression that you guys are going to be looking at as well. So guys, I wanted to give you a heads up, talk to you just a little bit about what golf ball compression is, especially when it comes to playing winter golf. As long as you keep your balls in the house, you should not have a problem playing the Pro V1 or whatever ball you're currently playing, because by the time you get done with your round, the golf ball will not have dropped that many degrees to lose the 7 to 10 yards that you guys are concerned about losing. If you guys keep your golf balls in your bag, in the garage, in the car, where it's going to be cold, the golf balls will automatically be cold when you start playing. So maybe a lower compression ball like the Vivid or even the Q-Star Tour is going to be a better option for you to help you with compressing the ball, getting a little bit more compression on it so that you're not going to lose as much distance. Honestly, guys, I think that this is one of those topics that is good to know, good to understand, but is not going to make or break your game when it comes to playing winter golf. I think there are a lot more factors out there that are going to cause issues. Most of us take that into consideration anyway, because colder weather is not going to produce as much airflow, which is going to be slower anyway. So I take that into effect automatically. You know, so if I'm playing outside, I haven't warmed up too much and it's cold outside, I'm already thinking my shots are going to go 7 to 10 yards short. I do take into consideration that my golf balls are cold or aren't cold. I feel like we're going to start having some analysis paralysis versus just going out, playing the game, recognizing the factors that are there, and then taking shots accordingly. So guys, let me know what you think. Go ahead and post those comments down below. I look forward to hearing from you. Do you switch balls in the wintertime versus the summertime? Post those down below. While you're down there, go ahead, tell me what balls you use in the summertime and in the wintertime. If you have any questions, guys, go ahead and post those as well. I try to get to everybody's comments and questions. As always, guys, while you're down there, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up because YouTube likes that. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and we'll chat with you next time.